for the MCU, when asked what character is the strongest, usually they'll start talking about characters from the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Shi'ar Empire, etc. Well, that is a normal response, but I have always wondered which of the cosmic entities are the strongest throughout the Marvel Comics history. And with the MCU expanding more into the cosmos and the Living Tribunal popping up in at least 3 times throughout Phase 4, I have created my rankings of the strongest Marvel cosmic entities. Before I get into it though, I just have to say that these rankings are in order of who I believe to be the strongest. This is also the first of a 6-part video series to cover the 30 strongest cosmic entities. Each character in these videos all have to visit Anthropomorpho in the dimension of manifestations, where the entities create abstract forms so that lesser beings can observe them. Now strap in. This is Knowledge Cosmic. I'm Ricky Bobby. Let's do it. At number 30, we have the First Firmament. This entity is the embodiment of the very first universe to ever exist. He is the creator of the Aspirants and Celestials. The Aspirants are pretty much the same as the Celestials, but they're all black and white. The Celestials are just those colorful, absolutely enormous beings that go around judging planets or pop out of planets. Well, the conflict between them was so crazy that it actually nearly destroyed the First Firmament and was the cause of the first multiverse. This character was created by Grant Morrison, Al Ewing, and Trevor Foreman, and made its first appearance in Volume 2 of Marvel Boy in January 2001. The entity is virtually omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent, which basically means he or she can do anything, and is extremely powerful. Although it was greatly weakened when it was shattered during that war, the First Firmament grew so powerful that it was able to nearly devour the entire multiverse. Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe said it is more powerful than a multiverse. At number 29, we have the White Phoenix of the Crown. This is the full totality of the Phoenix Force, and there can only be one White Phoenix of the Crown at a time. Every universe has its own host of the Phoenix Force. This character's first appearance was in the Uncanny X-Men number 101 in October 1976 and was created by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum. The White Phoenix first became created when Jean Grey and the Phoenix Force later merged into one being. At this stage, it is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and omniversal. The wielder can manipulate time, space, and reality on an omniversal level. Since it is all life creation that has been, currently is, and will be, it can control all of the universal Phoenix forces over the entirety of the Omniverse, and even the other hosts as well. She can do anything and everything that you can imagine or not. She can even block any host of the Phoenix Force or anyone at all from entering the White Hot Room. At number 28, we have the Multiversal Eternity. Every universe in the multiverse manifests itself as an anthropomorphic being called Eternity. The combination of the countless eternities of individual universes form a multiversal iteration of Eternity. With the fact that all manifestations of Eternity are merely called cells within him, he has all the powers and abilities of his lesser iterations across the multiverse, and possibly the power of every entity residing within the multiverse. since all entities in creation are said to be mere thoughts generated within the expanse of his consciousness. I would rank this character way higher on the list, but he was chained up by the first firmament in the comics series The Ultimates by Al Ewing. That series was insanely good, and I suggest anyone who wants to read it should check it out. And it actually took an evolved version of Galactus to actually help free him, which that was pretty awesome when he evolved into another character on this list in a later video. But it's pretty crazy to think he has any and all powers of any being within him, because there are some massively powerful characters. At number 27 is Infinity and Death. Infinity is the personification of space, the sister of eternity, and is the counterpart of Oblivion. In the comics, Infinity is the creator of the quantum bands, which are used by Quasar. The bands tap into a small amount of her powers. She has an unlimited ability to manipulate time, space, matter, energy, reality, or magic for any purpose. Infinity made her first appearance in May 1991 in the Quasar comic number 24, created by Stan Lee and John Buscemi, or Shema. In the Infinity Gauntlet story, Thanos ranked Infinity as standing above all abstract entities such as Mistress Love, Master Order, Lord Chaos, Sire Hate, Galactus, one above all the Celestial, Kronos, Odin, Zeus, and the Stranger, as well as being equal to Eternity, but below the Living Tribunal. Death, also known as Mistress Death, is the personification of death itself. Was created by Mike Friedrich and Jim Starlin in June 1973, being an abstract entity possessing nigh infinite power and knowledge. The character occasionally appears as a humanoid female so as to be able to be perceived by lesser beings, or a skeletal being with a robe and a skeletal face, which looks really cool. Death also resides inside a pocket dimension known as the Realm of Death, obviously. Having an unlimited ability to manipulate reality, time, space, matter, energy, or magic for any purpose. It rarely uses this power, however, because it does not wish to upset the balance of the cosmic entities, which could endanger itself. Death itself can liberate the soul or spirit of a living being, but generally leaves this task to the variations of beings of the afterlife, such as the Valkyries, Hela, or Dorman. Because death is the embodiment of all death, every lost soul belongs to it, so the agent of passage is irrelevant. Death can also reverse the passage and return a being to life, which rarely happens though. It was actually this entity that Thanos fell madly in love with and tried to woo by assembling the Infinity Gauntlet and snapping half of all life out of existence to help impress her for causing her realm to become more filled with souls. Which is crazy. Like, who wants to woo death? But they changed that in the MCU. At number 26 is the Stranger. This cosmic being and an elder of the universe, he can tap into ambient cosmic energy to generate force blasts with large concussive force, create shielding of great sturdiness, blocking anything, kind of like the Invisible Woman. Engaged in matter manipulation, size alteration, displayed great psionic abilities, planetary level teleportation across vast distances, including universes and dimensions, and achieve numerous other effects that are well beyond earthly beings. Having a super genius level intellect, he has the ability to manage entire planets that he uses as laboratories. He first appeared in the X-Men comic number 11 in May 1965 and was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Now, since that's the end of this video, if you enjoyed the video, just hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment of any content you would like to see or of any characters. And thank you for watching my video. And I will see you guys in the next video.